This actually is gonna probably feel a lot more epic now that it's exposed.
Well, yeah, because before there was a deck.
It like
right
looks really tall now.
I never sitting like 3 feet lower than flat, kinda.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Backyard Revival, the series where I'm rebuilding the mountain bike trail that I built and abandoned 10 years ago. Today I got Kevin with me. He was here when we built the mountain bike trail back in the day, and he's here today to help me rebuild this first bridge with the drop after it. I already kind of graded the land afterwards, but this woodwork needs to be completely redone, so that's what we're gonna do today, and then hopefully ride it at the end. You ready?
Yeah.
As you may have seen in episode 1 of the series, the first feature on the Freeride trail is this bridge to a somewhat lofty drop. Anyway, over the past decade, nature has taken its toll on the wood of this bridge, and it's pretty rickety. So the first thing that needs to be done is to remove the surface boards. By the way, I highly encourage you to check out the first 2 episodes of the Backyard Revival if you haven't already. As you can see, here's the problem. The top of this was actually not so bad. It was more or less these side pieces, and they're just on with just regular screws. So we're gonna first replace these. I'm gonna do it kind of in a couple sections here, but we're gonna replace these sideboards and then put new ones across the top. And I think we're gonna make it a little narrower. I think I was a little afraid the first time we built this and we made it extra wide. But I think if you're gonna do this drop, you can ride a little bit narrower bridge. So that's what we're gonna do. Yep. The first thing we had to do was set up the saw to cut the new boards. Oh, look at this one. Real nice.
It's like stuck to the board. I would get this guy
yeah,
out.
I'm just gonna go from here.
Because the seam is like right here on that board.
All right, we were looking at this spot here. You can see that there's not a whole lot legitimate holding up this telephone pole. So we're gonna fix that and put a board right here. We attached the new boards to the telephone pole and then just kind of stood around and talked a while to finish out the day. Alright, I'm back at it today. Kevin's not going to make it. He's got an issue with his back, so I'm on my own today, which is totally fine. We got some rain last night, so the soil's pretty good and tacky. So what I want to do today is actually clean up a little bit more around the ramps and dig a fire pit. So we have a fire pit, and then hopefully in the process I will find some good dirt and use it for the landing of the drop. That's the plan today anyways. We'll see how it goes. You have no idea how good of a feeling it is when the bobcat starts so effortlessly on the first go. If you've ever used a bobcat, you'll know that they're great for moving material, but they're not so great for digging. So I had to get a bit creative and do some handwork. I was very lucky my girlfriend came out to help me with this. I moved 4 or 5 buckets full of dirt over to the landing of the drop, which was plenty to build it up. I did what I could to grade the landing with the bobcat, and then we moved on to doing some shovel work. Alright, I got this landing reshaped pretty well. Again, the goal is to kind of make it so that when you land, you're kind of being sent this way a little bit more, because the hill obviously naturally slopes this way, and down here I kind of have to keep it that way. But the landing I can get away with curving it a little bit more on the inside to get you going on the trail where we want you to go, so that you have a really nice ride line. So anyways, I got that all good now, and now instead of shovel packing, I went down and grabbed the compactor. Hopefully the soil's all good and we can get it compacted real nice. The compactor did great work, but I did feel the need to come in and do some more shovel packing to get it a bit nicer. Alright, it might need a little bit more refinement, but I'm pretty happy with this. It's packed in good. It looks like it's going to be a good landing for this drop. So I'm probably going to move on to doing more of the woodwork or so. Yeah, I'm going to move on. So when we tore down the ramps, we actually found surprisingly a decent amount of good usable lumber. Most of this is treated. If not, it's like stained. It is pretty old, but there's still a lot of life left in a lot of this wood, so that's what we're going to use on this drop here. I began cutting the surface boards while Kevin got to work on attaching them. Most of the bridge will be the same width, however we felt the need to make it slightly wider where it turns and goes around a tree. This required a few angled pieces to be cut. I don't know, that looks pretty precision to me.
It's pretty good.
Nice gap all around.
Jesus. Dude. I need to get a above picture for you.
Putting another one in?
I don't know.
Put one in somewhere. I gotta hit it slow-mo.
Wait, let me get this and then.
Once we got the top part of the bridge done, I got to work on the up part by replacing the side and surface boards. Alright, it's another day. We're just about done on this bridge to this drop. There's a few things we want to tidy up yet, and we're gonna get our first runs on it.
Oh god.
Good thing I don't know how to walk, and I just hit my head. Precision.
I know.
Oh, precision.
Should have chainsawed that turd.
That looks good, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. After trimming up the overhanging boards, I did one more pass with the compactor on the landing, and Kevin filled in the transition from the wood to the dirt on the take-on. Alright, I think we got everything pretty good to go. The whole wood feature has been all redone. The landing's been redone. We pushed the landing out probably about 1.5 feet, but gave it a much better landing radius and kind of curved it in towards the inside, so hopefully that's all good. And yeah, we'll see right now.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Have you been training for this?
Dude, I haven't ridden this bike in months. Probably longer than that.
Perfect.
Yeah, that feels good though.
No, it's not bad.
I want it to be a full run where it's just like yeah, but where you like just drop in and you're good the whole way down.
Oh, yeah, not touch.
All right, well, we got our first hits on the first feature on the Backyard Revival Trail. What'd you think?
It's nice. More. We need more.
Yeah, it's kind of cool having ridden it 10 years ago on our BMX bikes, not knowing what we were doing, and then rebuilding it after we have a little bit more skill and built with a little bit better materials. It's definitely nicer, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the trail, which, by the way, will be this switchback section. We're not exactly sure what we're gonna do with that yet, but we're gonna get working on it here in the next couple days. But for now, that was the first drop. Stay tuned, please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this build and what you think we should build on the rest of the trail. And yeah, see you next time.